Today na the 3rd day of November 2022. The countdown is on for Triple birthday. But anyway, today we want to discuss something serious. Something of a national concern. When we feel to say, by now, it should be a national emergency na salon. Kush. I be don't play na. It was 2019. That day, then just they introduced Kush na salon. I did a documentary what I call Ghetto Youth. If you want to see what's in a Kush, it did it. Yes, I go na the ghetto. And the side I be meet then they take the Kush. Now be even gal picking them. Now they be get for show the Kush to the camera. Say this now waiting Kush look like. Yes, at that time. That was 2019. 2022. If we see the military, the police, tell me say not to state of. Who's kind of a state? Let me not talk. For we military and we police in uniform. In uniform. The aftermath of Kush. Then demonstrate them for we. For make people and take drugs, the drugs get for be available. The drugs get for be available. So the availability. How? And something where I feel to say, go make this fit against waiting they happen to. We can't even just say that the youth man there. No. Waiting they happen so now to we as Sierra Leoneans. Waiting they happen so. We just can't laugh it off and say, the soldier there. The police said they left and give the soldier there. Why the police said okay inside again? These not they born good picking. And not they born good picking. Waiting the Office of National Security they do. Or in all rich dates. In all rich let they ring the belly yet. In all rich me they say, you know what? This is the national concern. Let we gear up. Let we find out true, but this drugs here. How it they can inside the country, on how then they make come, how then they manufacture, on how bring them, they bring and come. But one thing was you want play politics with this thing. And if we say they play politics with her, and not they find no. Let not play politics with them. A big. Let not be something where na SPP there. Na SPP there. Na there. No. No. These are our compatriots. Now we salon brother and sisters them. As it is now, no more the politician they eat too. No more them. For say they know, they want tell me say they know they see. They know they see the video them or them fishing are acting. Now acting. Now they feel say then they do that that stiff than the stiff. Like say then a lantern. For say we parliamentarian, they no see. Let a request for some of we people them we concern. Are they not saying anything? For let a raise concern. Say, you know what? No, this is not correct too. It's not correct. Who say this thing not rich now? Bruh, we see Edsa. It is a uniform. Wheelbarrow man, youth man them. Man the way they drag. We don't drag down. You go take her. You will not get her, you go thief. For go take her. Therefore just laugh them off. Or for just say, na SLPP there, na there. Na SLPP, na the first lady, na the counter, na the vice president, na the counter. Seriously though, because none of they see, they point finger, nadande. But it's a serious more than this pointing fingers who the counter. Is Abuda the counter? You sabi? Salon. Not to this we want to. Not to this we want. It's out of hands already. We can't say it's getting out of hands. Outside police, military, they don't come on. They don't come on hand. They don't come out. So can we just sit down and see? We youth man them? They see Sierra Leoneans. Not even youth man them anymore. We youth man them. No Sierra Leoneans. Not even youth man them. No, not correct. Outside drugs business pass mark. Thief business, it go pass mark day. I want to know this. Because if that man, his system don't call for him, he go do anything for go take that thing day. If his system don't call for him. If this intake of this drugs business that's unknown, it can pass mark. We not go save you. You not go save. We not go save. BBC don't do documentary. We don't see different documentaries them. We they see in other country than Ghana. We they see. But as a country, Sierra Leone, with the kind of a rate we see now, what have we done? What have we done as a country? Sierra Leone. You know how dangerous this thing be? Well, I'll tell you if you don't know. When they come to election time, bad politicians them get for look for people them for use for cause havoc. Guess who that then go use? Guess what thing then go use? Princess Eddie, welcome back. You don't see. Who that you feel say then get for use? Tell me. not to the vulnerable one them. They already know what's in they need. They already know what's in they need. But how this push the cancer will continue? How? Who say it pass? Eh? Who say? Ezekiel, thank you for the stars. If you, as a Sierra Leonean, no feel say this is a national concern right now as it go on as alone, then I'm afraid. I'm afraid. The politicians, they need to talk about her. They need to talk. From where they see or where they hear things then they happen at parliament. George Kamara, thank you for the stars, sir. You don't want to hear them talk about Kush. You don't want to hear them talk about drugs. The politician there. Patrick Dominion say, he believe say, now he say saloon then they make him. Because when that pampas water become, we not say that pampas water. Moi Musa, thank you for the stars. We not say that pampas water then be the use. We and then you open the pampas and get out and they prepare them and what's not. But imagine if soldier they take them, police they take them. Are we safe? No, seriously, are we safe? If then they take her. Eh? And not say quickly and tell say, oh, we get porous border them. We get porous border so they're not able for man the border points them. Like they pass. Or they beg them. ONS. You gotta step up. Una need for wake up. Unless if una want to say una depa work behind the scene. This is the thing I don't understand. Eh? You know, after we been come, we'll talk about the syrup medication we kill them, picking them in the Gambia. I think 2 days later, or 3 days, or 1 week later, I don't forget safe. Now, the pharmacy board them begin at 98.1. And that's it, they tell you waiting and they do behind the scene. Certain things then they will involve the public. And not stop una for do it when they do behind the scene. But una need for come forward too. Eh? Una need for come forward and make we know. Say una don't see this concern. No. Una don't see her. And una de onam. But young. Unless if them pull press release, because that's what we're good at. There I don't see any press release from ONS. You don't see? Because now through the press release they will go know if na can they count na the border then they blame, or if na salon then they make them. And if then they make an salon, what's the ingredients the way they use? Eh? The police wait for safeguard me, they take them. The soldier man wait for make her feel safe, they take them. Hey! The wheelbarrow man, why don't go buy cement done? I say, can't carry this go for me na site. It take her. Me cable get problem. Me lights get problem. The heads a man. Why I say, but they come. Let you can fix this for me. It take him. Eh? What's in? What's in they gone? Eh? Hey. Fatima Bangwa. After the program, I will talk to you. Yeah? After the program. Okada man, wait for carry me go. They take him. Yeah? All the man they take him now. So are we safe? Are we? This is not about politics, please. Not about politics, I beg. There are certain national issues we give for put politics aside. Hello, be frank with yourself as Sierra Leoneans them. What kind of country, what kind of human capital are we breeding right now? Eh? And go say, for one person, for one soldier, man, no more I see. Now, they carry say, well, for make we able to see one. You know, Amos? Eh? They happen. For make we able to see one. For make we able to see one police. You know, Amos, they happen. For make we able to see one Edsa Walker. You know, Amos, they happen. The soldier man them. The military tell we say they don't dismiss them. The reporter say, well, Kush make una dismiss them. They say, no. Not to Kush. Nah. Waiting. Wait, I go play the clip you go hear. Yes. Apprentice so they take. Eh? If something is happening to me, I need help. The person I forgot to don't they under the influence. What do you think? Eh? What do you think? Now make a tell we just not say. We really want this for be tackled now. As we come closer to election, bad politicians, they wait for prey on this. Eh? Because they already know what they want. They already know. Now something we know. Imagine somebody the work no more just freeze, bap, just like that. And Paul freeze, eh? They ask for them. Eh? You think it's a good thing that they go na the system? You think it's a good thing? Eh? This not so it is what it is, oh. No. Not so it is what it is. This is sad. Very, very sad. Human capital development. Human capital development. This is not a development for human capital. Not so development for human capital this. ONS, una need for step up. It's a national security. National security. Imagine bus driver. Vous savez où est-ce qu'il choque? Go take her. You don't need all the drivers them for take her. You just need one. Then you go endanger life of thousands of road users. For now, we they say the bike rider because we not see them they ride with them. But that bike rider they can endanger many people in life. Go on a road, go on a road, then let's say full up bus they come. I like that driver they in sober for balance this. What thing will happen? So that's why we not for just set we mouth. They look, they laugh. No. We not for just set we mouth. They look and laugh. Oh. This is dangerous. Somebody go sit down there. All 10 then the Asperger people there. All 10. Then pull thing out of them. They hype everything. Na hype not so. Na so you see. Na hype, eh? For that one great person no more, where then go video and see. Alright. Now na hype. Because you fumble. No mix day. Because not so you fumble. Because you don't get affected. Eh? So you think say na just hype. Na just would rather try to pull this Allah this thing no more. Eh? Okay. Let us know it today. We say if I be no. Let us know it today. We say I thought I told you so. Say that this now so it go end up. Let us know it today that ending. That's why maybe ONS they not see it. Or maybe they think to say na act the people and they act. We want bring and come to them today. Say Papa ONS. This not to acting. Eh? Not to acting. Baf say, from his own analysis, if we don't begin see security sector people them, they take this thing. It's an indication they say, people out there in a ministry and various institutions them, it look like they say, then safe, then go they take them small. Eh? By my way, they say, Kush, now somebody will get connection. With foreign nationals, then they count on the saloon people, and then they do the distribution. Now, I want to talk to ONS first. We always say no action is going to be taken, no action is going to be taken. We don't want to make government take action. That's why we're saying that. Because we can for make we tell we self true. Now make we can. We can for tell we self true. Yeah? So for we fall back for the kind they can say, government not gonna do nothing. We don't want the government do nothing. Because for me Tripoli, the way our see this thing they go, I feel say we need a rehabilitation center there now. And so I feel. Say we need rehabilitation centers them. Ou professor na for criminal justice say, apart from the ONS, the police they ought to forget narcotic squad. They get them. Where they jam na for crackdown on illicit, they get them, bra. Think about it, we have it. Eh? A lot of people they say that top politicians them. Now then they call the politicians when they again. Eh? Down at the point finger pa. Eh? ONS. I want show na this. Yeah? Sometimes, una no see it. Sometimes, una no know. So for today, there ONS, una allow me. Wait to make at the talk about una. And okay, with the narcotic squad, with the drug enforcement squad under the Sierra Leone police, under CID, then get some. Then let we all pay attention. If this is the human capital development, Mr. President, sir, maybe you self go see this. But sometimes they don't tell you, say, oh, na act, then they act. Oh, na APC, then they want give the government bad name. Because that's what we're good at. Eh? And they say, oh, na SLPP them. Now they try for waiting. But Mr. President, sir, this is true. This is happening in Sierra Leone, sir. This not to fake, sir. The human capital development we talk about, now they can show you so. ONS, are you guys paying attention? Account Exhibit 1. Let we see. The aftermath, we pausing, don't take kush.
Cambroca, no? Cano me Cambroca. Cano Cambroca. Cambroca. Cambroca.
I don't able to show you that one day. They might be the video. They threaten and say, why the video? Who they come go come. Now exhibit 1. I'll show you so. Is this what we want? Now this we want for we country? Seriously? Is this the Sierra Leone we want? Eh? God help us. God help we. Now exhibit 1 that one day. Office of National Security. Una they see parliamentarian them. Una they see. Because if una feel to say, institution and they will not they do their job them, una get the right for summon them. For call a lady and can explain why would they see this they happen to we country. That the exhibit 1. Let me take exhibit 2. Yeah? Let me watch. Exhibit 2.
This will go viral. I will tell you. Kush. Kush, the damage you got there. You are fully picking under.
Push. Ay. Man, it's a nice. It is not fofo.
All right. We see the one the way the video, then they laugh. And they laugh. They take and make fun. This is Sierra Leone. This na Salone. This not the life of Sean. He's a hustler. And wheelbarrow pusher. Yeah? You don't suffer you bone. Go work. Then at the end of the day, suicide you go spend your money. You don't see what make I tell you see we get for need rehabilitation centers. If you see one, no say beaucoup de outside one day come out. So where they call ONS on this one, maybe you don't understand. But I they give the evidence them now for make you know why I they call ONS on this. I they give you one. Because this is the salon we want. No. Not doing. That's not evidence too, Là come to number 3. Not phobia. Not phobia. But these people need to see this. And if you're not Sierra Leonean, you are not embarrassed by stuff like this because we have institution where for yes, you go say self, but when I left we even then got together and they so people then they take drugs. That is true. But again, so because they take an item for taking a gunski, eh? Then for taking day? No. No. Number 3. On be a meal, yeah? Number 3. No.
One surgeon would you appear and be so. I say, one surgeon and be so. Don't push, don't smoke push. Go away, let's take an off. One surgeon.
So what you get for say about that one day? This a military officer. A military officer. What you get for say? You know things say we don't reach now who say who for say Eh? You see me? ONS. I open at the sea. I open at the sea. A military officer in uniform. Hi Sam, thank you for the stars. Evidence number 4. Evidence number 4. Una beer. Yeah? Let's go. All right. Somebody will wear EDSA uniform. Now you see so. From a military man to person where they play with electric. Eh? EDSA. Yeah. You see how scary it be not to so? Eh? You don't see the people in prison. Everybody they go about them business. Go about them business. Eh? For top it all up. Salon police. Let me watch. Number 5. Yeah? That's na Salon Police. Salon Police. You don't see a military. You don't see somebody with EDSA. You don't see police. You don't see. Are we safe? Are we safe? Is something that go wrong with me? And they get lights problem. I call EDSA. Now that man didn't send cam. What if he said the results go look like? I have an emergency. I call police. Now that man didn't at the area. Then send them. Sierra Leone. This is not the Sierra Leone we want. So, Office of National Security, the narcotic arm, na the Sierra Leone police, then they on the Office of National Security safe. Then they on the arm. They need to step up. This is not a autonomo. This is not a autonomo. We all for be concerned. Who they see us then they born now boku. Every day they say about no stay. What if now them people here where they take this thing and they go and do the illegal connection them? When they under the influence, the man they feel to say now that 10 they save them for use them. Because some man can say when they under the influence, now they taste sabi work. Salon. We get MDs them. Where they watch this. And they make like say they know the same. Where somebody now because they not get work. Well, we don't see so. The people where I show you just though. Even the wheelbarrow man, he get work because they use him bone. Hard work. But we don't wait to do. He go take kush. The EDSA man. He go take kush. Not all that we want. Not all that. Okay, quick one. Now reach 98.1. Now you read the military. How they handle this shame and disgrace will come to them. Now listen quick.
Now dismiss the soldiers. Not one or two. A last corporal and a sergeant. But in the armed forces, before this they happen, prior to...
He said I dismiss them, don't dismiss them. Two. I didn't dismiss. But now listen,
Any involved in any incident of misconduct, unprofessionalism, then they warn you. We get muster parade, we get policies, we get commanders that they talk to at all levels. See, this thing enough for them, and they can warn where they do them. Severally, the chief of defense staff, when are the professional head of the armed forces, we they go around and talk to officers, men and women of the Republic of Southern Armed Forces. It starts with Western area. Recently, just don't come on. na the provinces where they talk to soldiers. And one of the key things they talk to soldiers are the use and misuse of dangerous drugs.
He said the key thing where the head of the military don't they go round for talk to the soldier man them, now the use and misuse of dangerous drugs. All right, tell me more, sir.
They talk to soldiers and say, may they avoid, if independent of soldiers, the advisors may nobody know involved in that.
The two soldiers the way of na don sack. How una go able for determine say na drug set don't take?
If you see the charge where they charge them, they're only in charge of drugs, but the yardstick where they use, not on drugs, they use on misconduct policy.
So the military not dismiss them based on drugs. Because I'm going to begin ask them, una be do test, una be do this, wait una fenant, waiting at the percentage and all that. They say then dismiss them. Not on drugs. Not to drugs. Okay.
And what did this misconduct policy tell you what? Anything we do, you as a member of the armed forces, anything we do, where they bring disrepute to the armed forces, where they bring down the morale of the armed forces, where they create operational ineffective of soldiers or commanders, that misconduct policy they hold you. Because if
misconduct policy. Well, the drugs have the inside misconduct, They not put on the head too. So then say na misconduct. Just that question, no Victor Duarte, they asking the military then get technical, know how for test, the officer for know, and okay, now me then say na misconduct too. Okay.
Now drugs, perhaps you may tempted for ask questions, see, when I don't test, when I don't put medical doctor, when I don't bring a competent medical doctor, we don't test them. Now for that, the armed forces, now an institution with professional. UADD, if you know say you get the civil law and the military law. And the military law, sometimes when I look at them say, okay, this no day, it will be a problem in terms of command and control of the men. That misconduct policy, now you hold them to soldiers.
But they see the clips on social media that na drugs dem take. But now they say, well, not for drugs, so not for misconduct.
I say it is part of that. But the one way where they dismiss them now is the misconduct policy.
So now the misconduct policy make they dismiss them. But the drugs they inside misconduct. But they no put an egg bang baudi. And get kobalapa for them. Misconduct.
Then you can get about 3 charges or 4 count charges. But they will tell you this one are the more serious one. This one, so this one for all left arm, but this one, not the left arm because now misconduct. It will be tempted for us again because they see them in that mood. Okay, yes, because just dismiss, especially a sergeant like that when a non-commissioned officer. But investigations, therefore, yes, we get the military police, we get and then do investigations, and that the report of that, they forward them to the commanding officer. Then they assist the commanding officer for all the others. And if I say the sergeant self, not to the commanding officer in the 5 battalion. Try them because of the powers of command. He forward the own case to the brigade commander and 3 infantry brigade. When a brigadier general A.S. Bokari, now try them as per procedure. So you see how the armed forces stay. You in a CO, you in a commanding officer, you get the level where they deal with people.
When somebody go see the action prompt, people then just see them on social media, then get action where they sack them.
That they tell you, see, the armed forces is unique, it's peculiar. It's not like sometimes they take 100 years for do something. But within the armed forces, when once the military police say yes, enough evidence is for Lord charge this man, they will charge him. And that's exactly what they happen. You way they see that man safe, where they see the clip, the way that man they behave. You within this country, you will be shamed for good team to say, hey, I'm a soldier man and this so. Let's say, for example, this man, he did on peace support operations. He carry the green, white, and roof. Then he go misbehave to foreign troops. How do they go take Sierra Leone?
Then people are owners don't sack so the 2 soldiers, then they go get benefits at the end of the armed service.
In the armed forces, if you are dismissed, if not dismiss you like whether I so, not think of benefits because we get what we call administrative discharge. If not administrative discharge, sometimes they will get benefit. But they can't where they dismiss them, so where they behave so unprofessionally, we don't taint the image of the ASLA according to what we don't see. Now an act of unprofessionalism it don't impact on the morale and also the operational capability of the armed forces. I dey stress on this misconduct policy. Now for that, anytime we tell and say, whether you are in uniform or not, the way they carry yourself, especially the way they serve at the armed forces, you will be mindful. Whether you're inside barracks or out of barracks, soldier, not for say, we don't put uniform, we don't soldier. We don't put uniform, say you're not soldier. So the way they carry yourself, your conduct, very, very important. So the way we see them, clips them, the way they do the analysis, then look at them, say, this is not real professional misconduct because it don't dent the image of the ASLAF. The action don't impact on the operational capability of the armed forces, and also it don't make the armed forces for be ridiculed. So I feel say the armed forces get zero tolerance policy.
What are the names them and the ranks?
We have Lance Corporal Kalon in a 5 battalion a day, also Sergeant Samura also in a 5 battalion. But as I've been saying, Sergeant Samura, because of his rank, the commanding officer in a 5 infantry battalion, now will force not try him. Because he gets powers of command. He deal up to the corporals. One wants na sergeant, now they send him to brigade commander. The brigade commander now Brigadier General A.S. Walker. And when they go there yesterday, they do the summary dealing and trial. The armed forces, they get their own court procedure who they follow. And that court procedure they follow, they get the legal course in DD as well, because in the armed forces we also get legal people and legal-minded people. We also get the advice when they give, maybe from the military police and the investigation where they don't do, then send them to the commander. So based on that evidence we don't get, plus which we don't see on social media, based on the evidence, the commanding officer or the brigade commander will take a decision, say these people are not for purpose for the Republic of Southern Armed Forces.
We want to say thanks to Radio Democracy, not through them me and you able for you than the you don't not dismiss 2 people at the military for professional misconduct. Professional misconduct. Kush. Not to the salon this way we want to. Yeah. We want to see the Sierra Leone police, the ONS. We want to see them in action. We want to see them in action. We want to see them in action. Not so that one way. Hold on the first. Usfren, you get the platform.
Yes, sir. Okay. Thank you very much, AAA, for giving me the platform. And thanks to our listeners and viewers now there with me. And thanks for talking through this information. This issue, me, the see like a real life movie, horror movie. You don't just show. The one we don't show around, so like a real life horror movie. People like are living dead. But the issue is very serious about drug use from the security sector, public places, students, and then the youth, the one they want at the hustlers, the one they want at jobless, every sector. But you go ask why. But the point where you've been in trial for channel, you question how then they come and how people then go put step for let them go stop them things they have to happen. Especially the use, because like you say, if the substance not present, then you know we will use them. But they come to say they try to deprive the nation, but they deprive them of something when of a better thing for their lifestyle, deprive them of the access of them. But all comes down to the work of the national security, as you say, because now then they oversee all the other stakeholders there, one of the other institutions, they don't call so wouldn't they, and they actually work. But the one thing I just want to see here, waiting actually then for the look for do safeguarding. Because the safeguarding first for the youth, safeguarding the one that we use them, not just put all the users them, they go to the public service worker them. So the way we then go able for help back for bring the one they wouldn't go able for bring back to normal life when at that point we see rehabilitation. But the ONS will not say actually get that body one at the Central Intelligence and Security Unit, and that body wouldn't get so. And they see then they all MOU, wouldn't you see memorandum of understanding, wouldn't they see where we all agree, we'll decide this. If not the chief them, if not the school them, we agree say, na so and so one level they do. But most time we don't see most MOU them, just like when they sit in the right policy, they change up. Then put MOU, they agree, and not so work. But then there are different duties. Them I see most of the time then they meet up within the West African region. They even they deal with the West African region, and even in May then get one with they hold recently. I always had them discuss about how they were able for they get so-called name for a conference for names, how you call a passenger and name records, and then they try to say advanced passenger information. But then they look out for crimes and people in the cause between the border of West Africa. But I don't know how far then they work with the drug agency. Because in this meeting, in fact, again, they also get the Drug and Crimes Unit, one of the United Nations Office on Drugs and Crimes Unit. And themselves, then they help for work with them people there. So I don't know when they put them policies there in place, they get MOU or then they get meetings for sensitizing them, how effective, then they bring the line of how they go curtail them in terms of local level. If then they involve people in the community and they involve family members and they involve the chief them, then they involve the councillors, then they involve even the ghetto guys who they sell them, they push them and they own and so they call it the ghetto. Because now what you don't see, now a transformation, now fake drug, or now fake weed, that was fake marijuana, now then they use so. This fake marijuana now actually like a substance when some grass-like, maybe grass-like, so then they get synthetic material when they make in a lab. And then when they make in a lab and something where they look in the form of change your way of feeling, a psychoactive material. Now it change your mental state. But now two things it can do here. It change your legs in position and your mind. Your legs can't stand for hold the body and then your mind. But the mind at that moment, it work in a way where they say, it try for say, something they happen, I don't want it, I know how for them, I know what they don't. So at that point then they see that they bend because the legs can't, the body in mind, because you get different chemical and they one way they make you muscle and then they weaken and they relax. So all this, so at that moment then they see they try to grab the thing up because the mind they say I for thing up. And something wrong, but there is no force within in mind for let it go work well because the legs are weak. So because of these things, then therefore they look how the material they can inside now the country wouldn't they use them. Because also they actually this idea begin like Europeans it begin as a zombie drug. They make them they look like zombie. Then they call them spice. Like now you can call them spice. Then in the US and get other name where they call them AK A2 something. But now something where they make in a lab. But the labs and they vary. Just imagine, just like that drug we talk of, that syrup we get in Gambia. There is a chemical one, the proper one. So, but then they go use the one way cheap and fake, then put on, so it affects the people then. So now something similar about the types of chemical they now wouldn't be put for them to change. Even here, like say an example now, what they give you, and I'm in Manchester, then get the place where the Piccadilly Garden, they go and they say the Four Road or whatever place where they gather central. But the point there, if you go there, you always see, but most times they want the homeless. But that point, they're not going to them. But what is that the same way how they where they act so, you see them, they link, they bend, and they link, some man say at 90 degrees or some man, they shut your toes for long, and they go there, you know, they sit down, you know, they tin up, and your toes, they don't want they bend, it touch. So all that one day they happen. But at the same drug, what then they try for propagate, sell out so. But everybody they get you now where they land for say, well, let me say if they make me own, let me they add. So this point, it go. But how then go able for them circular, una for they know what in are the substance they use for making them things there. Then una for they know how containers then they can start container where they contain liquid, flammable or anything. Or waiting and they even use because they even get somewhere and they use them now the hospital then they go get them and convert so they don't get that moment they so they know about these things because there are people they kind of platform where they pronounce about drugs and use they know about these things. Right if then they involve these stakeholders when they do them things there or then they will also left the body will be there for them drugs there, would they deal with even the prisons, then they try to deal with this in terms of them substance abuse, whether they bring in terms of how the counterband, because that's what you call it a prison, a prison. So then they deal with this, but then they also work with this UN bodies, they are what they sponsor them. But then he always cry back, say, then they lack funds, then they lack resources. But they look, say, now human capital, we export palm oil, human capital, we get free education. But you therefore think about the body and the engine, where people and therefore move the engine, and the engine and then youths there. We're gonna blame them because of the passional choice they can do, but you ask waiting lead to this passional choice for let people and behave so. But some of them don't go fall in the category where you want to see and fault. Some of them they fall in different categories. That they say lab able for do vetting system of people where first of all are they engaged in a place where are they engaged are they employed. You know, you as a professional then they know how they vet you. If you're not police soldier, then if you not possible in the public, would they know how we able for address. You address them things that are in different strategies then, because the minor streets where they sell and buy is different. That man where they put we don't begin walking out, where they try for know how they bring us inside that work day. Then the one day where they now day for dispose that thing that you know them. You know certain day. Because you can get crime watch, you can get all these things, the information day, all the things that wouldn't they exhibit so they show the information and day. So you were able for track. Just like somebody they say they track something with a perfume say come out, or they track somebody they can cook like this area. So man go smell, tell you say I know. You go see flies, then go towards that side there. Or you go see bad in the candle, they see inside the there are something they happen there. They get signs the way they see where they see make a track, then things there. But it all comes down to what ONS they do, not only as I say that they meet up for them, and they put them strategy in place where they go give that they per DM, then they give them travel allowance, then do they come, they give them things there. The one they wouldn't get for go meet for them, we implement them and they left them. Because the citizens and did it, and then the one day where they work with the citizens and they, but most times they can't get the final feedback, then they just come, maybe they give them the partners at the office, and then the office that they left, then the time now the one they will get them independent way for them and do them things there. They get them. They now look at the law that they can put, and they put NGO them and organizations them. And there are people who they get genuine, who they help. So, but because of all the law they already put, they will come begin to reduce back more and more the activity for work. In other words, NGOs, them organizations, they will help them things there. You can even see one day would they help the same, one day would they help this, one day would they help this. But some of them are small, and they ask for fund and they raise fund. So you get for thing if them where they all then get for count that go this other vetting of trying to help people, then the one day would they vet for help people and they vet more. But the vetting of these areas where they go look into the vetting, they take place. So you they see there is vetting needed in the NGOs, of course, we know, but they emphasize on areas that where they vet, and then sometimes the vetting process they block the area where the help for go. So this is the things that they give. Well, how do we get in our statistics, like checking, getting people who they get for involved? If you do regional thing, let it not just be regional, let's just come back to national point where they go emphasize them things there. But you go say, well, then they look now as an example the misconduct policy as to how they would deal with the one they want to offenders. And the only safeguarding policy that one the way they put because of the conduct. You been go further for tell you what are the safeguarding way you go do, because you say you're not able for check for drugs, but you know they try for say if you take the drug, because you interpret it another way, if you take the drug, you're able for work hard, you're able for do your service, you're able for go to office, you go to parliament, you go any side, as long as they not see you, they take them, you know, show signs saying they take them, well, you are okay. So you see the point. So you know where they don't, because you're not able for do your work. Because you're not able for function of something what you do. So you now you don't form a victim. Because now you the drug don't teach, you're not able for control them. Because drugs them, if no one the way then they take them, now every day for don't they see them video there. There are actually people taking it to go no. See sometimes they go able to overcome them. Not to say overcome in the sense say you overcome because the body size, because every medicine says to man will be every dose. But that if for no. So people man go say, I take 1 cup alcohol, I don't check. So man go say, you go take a certain amount. So this now you for determine. So when you determine all of this, so you go approach. See, not all say people are not the day, like they do thorough check again on a vetting process that will no background check. Then I put in place, if that kind of people are because of misconduct, I will put in place a rehab. Because now the mental home they work. So I hope say them go able for look to them things there, how them go able put in place rehab and safeguarding policies and the institutions that we concern, let them actually do what they get for do. And we say funds get for day, let them put funds so that we know we'll get an area wherein we'll get a zombie land of people them who they live a life who not one we want. Thank you very much. Let go help nations and institutions and work out there for work. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Usfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah. We want to say thanks to Usfriend for your submission today. Alpha, welcome on board. You get the platform.
Yeah, thanks for bringing me on board. I want to say good morning, good evening, and good afternoon to all the listeners. I just get few points for take on this with sad thing what they say for we young one them na Sierra Leone. I want for just hammer home the reason why we they say government or we they say ONS people we no know them think and say a political thing. First of all, the government na the highest authority in the country, na them they control the resources in the country. ONS, everything we get for those security system, na them did before. So then kind of they see so get a lot of strength. Yeah, if you want for those risk analysis, it's a lot. That's why they say you go see drivers, inside motor, you don't know if you don't take push. It starts for go to Nanamo, he begin sleep now go. Not to disaster. You see bike man, he tell you logo, you load behind. You go no more breeze blow and small, you don't sleep. Is it not to increase in accident with the CISO? Or people able to understand what they say ONS, people able to understand? Because they follow up the commentary section. People able to understand say government has a lot of responsibility. You know, when you look at it, it's a really big problem in that country right now, Tripoli. No matter how we look at them, whether people want to bring them into politics, anyhow you want to look at them, this is a serious concern. It's a serious concern when we feel say the government for put emergencies, what they call to this immediate effect. Long no wait till don't kill people, don't begin cause disaster by people them. Now that's how they begin call emergency. It's not nice for see young people and they say don't know more. You work and they freeze. Somebody they laugh, the other person they ask the company why they laugh. Of course, the action funny. Healthy somebody see a normal freeze. They make like a waiting and call zombie. It's not nice for see, but again, it's funny. But again, well, let me look at them. Is this thing good for our country? No. How them people here they get them drugs here? They're not just sit down no more than see a kush boss. There must be a way where that thing they go to that country day. So waiting the government for do now they're not for weights. When you don't get 1-2 cases, automatically you need to act. You for be proactive, not to reactive. No, wait so it don't cause mayhem in the country among young one them. Then I tell government one for declare them as emergency or whatever. With immediate effect because it's not good for the country. Who knows? Bus driver self can take that in there because we not get any instrument or tool for detect that don't take them. Pass you see the effect. School bus driver go take that in the school bus driver self go take them. Nobody know. On the way he falls asleep, he freeze. Bus they go no more now. Not to trouble don't come back so. Why should we not we find the government not for even wait for let's play this thing, let people begin raise voice on this. With immediate effect, we don't see even securities, police officers, military officers, ENSA. Don't like what they say, who knows how they do them connection and you see. Innocently, you go call person, can go work for me. You go turn cable them. When you put light on and at trouble. Then people, I don't know why people not, when they call those that are responsible, when they call them out and certain things, people think saying a political thing. It's not political. You the civilian not able for go arrest suicide in the cell and then thing and day. But the OLS, the police, the soldier, they're able for take up any raid. So when you know it, they begin raid for side of in the cell kush. Civilian, the highest you can do, you go arrest, but you can't prosecute in a court. Police able for do all that, they become a crime. When we call them, when they call governments, now people they begin to say not to politics business. But who is responsible? It's government. We know for evil, they know for evil at this point. When they don't begin to see this thing they'll be increased so with immediate effect, therefore declare them, as emergency, then for anybody that catch them for, and make let them arrest and make them put on a court. Let them with them charge them. Let go rob in sentence. You can't be selling things that is killing people. Who knows the health implication of that thing in the system? Where they make you blame all the freeze. It's really, really sad for Sierra Leone. It's really, really sad. Mr. President, let me send a message to you. Do, Papa, we they beg you. This thing too sad for the nation. This is not a human capital development. This is not human capital under development. And this one. Please. Call the one that were responsible when you put in position. Let them snap firm about this thing here. No, which way don't destroy the young generation. Don't. Now it's a one for take them up. Now election they cancel. We go see campaign on down. This not up and down. What if drivers then they take away people and they campaign, the trouble begin get accident. No, wait, do you have Mr. President, Papa President? No, wait, let this thing go out of hands. Then I tell one for take action. Anybody who is responsible, let the law take in course. Let there not be any sacred cow. Anybody who even as somebody where they under your government, you don't they find out and then they bring that kind of harmful drug here in the country. Let the law take in course. No, not begin protect them, say that party person this or whatever. Because this one not a good thing. If this thing spread in another country, they were done. We don't AAA. You see, young look person dressed in full military uniform in a freeze by himself. Well, they will don't know. If the security, this is nowhere inside the security, well, I don't know that we will call again. Now that means we call the president now. Because if he hears the voice, I think all those were responsible go snap. But it's too sad though. It's really, really sad. Me concern this. No, once they don't destroy, they don't begin to make people and they lost their life like 10 people who have to take us serious. Immediate effect. There is no need when they begin with. Please, Papa government, ONS, the military, the police officers, una stand firm. Una know then go there, then drug place them. So then they send them post the day. Then in the day, una raid them there immediately. Then for declare this thing. In fact, anybody when they catch her with, oh Lord, it's too sad. People, and the feel for we young one them. Even wheelbarrow person. It's really, really sad. I think that I'm young take Tripoli. Let people enough whether they call government parentia, people think saying that politics. It's not politics because they are the right people or the right person where you able for call. Not that the person not the way they call for this kind of thing. Who's person you go call say let go take responsibility? No, this is the government. Because the government put foot down, say bam, anybody where they sell kush, na crime, if you them for arrest, you will see if they're not stop. I think that me take Tripoli. Thank you very seriously.
Thank you very much, Alpha. I want to say thanks to Alpha and Us friend for their own contribution today. 5 calls. The phone line open now. Or if I think so, we don't do good, then we go left here. 5 calls. The phone line open now. Yes, caller, your name?
Yeah, people, Mina Musa, they call from Sweden.
You get 3 minutes, Musa.
Yes, I just want to talk about these drugs within our country right now. This thing, like what me brother just talk. So this is not about politics. You understand? This is if we all for come together, not only the president. This is not all for say now president responsibility. Even self the opposition, we need for do a part. We need for come together as a whole country. Like how we come together about the registration. All man talk about the registration. Now, so I think say this thing we need for fight them because even if the opposition would there as opposition one kind of power and we get a youth man then within the sleep not treat. You understand? So this is not about politics. It's not about the president, but anything he come, so the president will take the bigger responsibility. Even I respect now, this I respect now, in the bigger one because now in the rule. So still they call on the president for put a state of emergency. This is even more than the rape case where Fatima Bio they make way then out state of emergency for the woman them picking them with the rape. This the rape we youth them future. There is no future for we youth. You understand? And me way they talk to you, me na youth. You understand? This is really sad, It sad sometimes be funny, but it really sad. No future. If you see a whole soldier man, they tell you say, what they ask us, so what happen make you do the kind of thing? Say what they want can I don't convict you, say this way you do that crime, you need for you say you don't know. You understand? So you see how possible go more time. We know say we nature say opposite take medicine and for let it on sleep. But this one we take them, not team up sleep. It's like upside down. Things are not going well. So sometimes I don't really know how we country they go. We all need to come together on board. Both the APC and the SLPP. Everybody is need for come on board. If we not take time, the parliamentarian, the member government see them now. They take kush. Now one day we see them, one day block na parliament. They watch up. No one understand how to go on. So this time you want to please Sierra Leoneans, you're the least, but we all come together. This is a collective responsibility. We not for left hand now one great person aid. We all for come on board now. If not, we'll continue there for another thing. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Musa. Well, now one they go fearful for suicide parliamentarian they freeze a parliament. We pray say we never reach that term in our country. Lack out Tony. Let me hear you. Waiting and get for you. Welcome on board, Tony. Get the platform.
Yeah, Kusher and Cabo Fumble, and thanks Abraham for having me. For me, I think this is a national concern for everybody. Because tomorrow it will be your family member, or it will be your party, it will be you whoever, So this get for be a national concern of everybody. We're not just get for point finger say that government or whoever will, but we get NGOs them where they deal with body business not alone, where they deal with the welfare and even the civil society organizations. Yeah, it's time for make you they even begin put on a billboard them or banners them. They're able to sensitize the youth them because waiting at the motive behind drug taking, especially we all know when people become addicted, they start one day. They become a pattern. They begin from probably weed or begin take other things them and the higher where you are for anything and you don't take until you don't become immune nice system. They walk again. You seek for something higher will go make you feel high. The essence they want to feel high. And when they in that kind states, they catatonic states or states where they know they feel and they feel like robots, they make like they're able for. And not only the people in the way they talk, and you will find out say even the people that were in construction, You understand? Their laborers, the way they took block, when they do this. I mean, you see how they abuse tramadol. You understand? Those medication are for pain, high pain killers. The way people put in the take. But if I not say, you see people that they take out. No, I mean, man, way 1 game day, 5 bobo they took over 3,000 block for Krango. Waiting and take for induce them for making them feel high. Not tramadol. So it's not only this push. I feel say there for be a national campaign about all the hard things that we people in the take. We they talk about kush no more alone. Even the liquor companies that will get. You understand? They add liquor. You check the percentage of the alcohol and they wouldn't get. I don't call names, but they get plenty of they distill is then they na kenema even na fruito. Check the percentages over 40%. You understand? So when not to just the drugs number, whether they not take the drugs, then they add other things then to them. You understand? So it can be a whole national campaign wherein nobody. I mean, it's like all hands on deck. You understand? They have to take. We agree say the government therefore take a lion's share, but we all see people then they die on certain things. Then nobody not care. So this we get for take up. If you get your family, you get whoever where you get and where they and not to say that poor man no more they take drugs. The only thing we make it affect poor man, especially with young society, now because they don't eat good food. We're going before give that kind of resistance. People that when they take drugs, when they take weed or then add whatever, you find out say then they eat a lot because they think that they demand for more food. But because they not get the food, they not get that stamina, not get something we're going for sustain, we're going for keep them up for that then they make it hit them heavy. Even them parts around the world, you see how many of them celebrities that we don't die out of drugs. Even Whitney Austin there. You understand? Oh, we die. Even in daughter, we die. I don't want to give names. So a lot of where they go. So if I don't say it's a world crisis, it's really a world. Now we state now. There's a whole place they call Massive. You understand? You see that they feel about zombie. Just the cow and they take this or they just like this opioid and this. They got so many things that what they take. So for we in real society, what we know say, we more they at risk because some of these people then they deal with people on a daily basis, like the law enforcement and Okada or Keke or this or that. It's more at risk. We they are more at risk because imagine who side them for implement a low level thing, then they institute a high level thing. Just like what happened at IPAM the last time. You see law enforcement of people there. Law enforcement people there. They run out as students. These are students with no guns, no nothing. Just because some of these people then can be under they can influence them, where they impair them, their thinking. So it can be a national concern, everybody, because it is disgraceful. So for me, I just feel say institutions them, especially them law enforcement agencies, then the police, the army, or government, even private sectors, they need for institutes like breathalyzer. If people then can't work in the morning, let them blow. Up to your man in a corner, then get some because of the kind of job where they do and the risk where they're around the way surround the job. Every morning, I don't know, but the time they work na corner before they go work. Then they get decide whether they go them get lights first before they go na the sites. Because if anything will happen there, now the family go sue or I mean the company go there at least. So it's high time. In as much as we do the sensitization or we therefore be involved with other people and let this all stakeholders therefore be involved, then therefore institute a way wherein they go they breathalyze some of their officers and or some of their people there. Because this not the one way come out. A lot of people there now. A lot of people and they people that where they work in a high office or whatever all high positions them. It's high time for proper sensitization because you don't know what I go become victim to that. You don't know what I say don't take something, your family go drive your family. Or probably go, we all see the accident rate high. You don't know some of them drivers and they're waiting on not take before they sit down behind the wheel. You know, so you don't know who that's safe. You understand? So we all get for waiting. I feel that this is not just us here talking. We want for see the media houses them. Even if it's possible, AYV on Sundays. These are very important things there. How them for able for sensitize you because this is election time coming. We go for to see plenty of them things here they happen. So this is high time when they go for the whole big media houses then as now free tongue. Not just go for the look and laugh over it, but they go for take and serious. Because anybody can fall victim. Anybody can fall victim. That's a music. It has to be everybody's fight. Proper sensitization. The effect of taking it and what it will lead to. You know?
All right.
That's music.
Thank you very much, Tony.
You're welcome, Abraham.
Yeah. Now I make we call the Office of National Security. And I say maybe they not see him. And I make we play the different. Il est beaucoup pas sous. But we can't play all. We just carry it, just few. Make it see him. Yes, Tony. Alex, you get 3 minutes.
For a long time.
Yes, sir.
Long time.
Yes, sir.
Long time. But the open don't go. I just want to educate people about this still when they call. I want to call her Kush. What's the name of Kush? Real name na Rush.
But in Sierra Leone, Kush they sabi for.
Yeah, when I lost most of who we know bottom.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know more than 15 years that name day. That drug they will know more than 15 years. You know most people kill. That name they call on a Guinea-Bissau, Senegal, Gambia, and they run by you. Then in a medicine, that tablets where they make for donkey and horse. Then animal, then vegetarian, and I need to give them donkey and horse for make them get power, force. Let them use. I need to feed them with. But you know, say that thing they dangerous. We me at the same way people don't understand. Like how we own country divide so. Somebody will not let you the sell cookery. That's in the election I want you take. The same, you get power like where you put 10. Somebody go you dey cook now, somebody you don't know, person go put 10 inside soup. You go sell and give person the way they go. If that thing in that way, I don't know how they manage that thing they enter inside salon. But I they blame the security personnel again. Custom, airport, the border them. Where drug they come inside in a country. You can forget people the way they know say this the country don't ban so. Because all the drugs are in a drugs so they ban. You only use them not only when the minister of health and certain chemists and they don't say well this drug they ban them because I know some people the way they even come through Senegal where they arrest them. They get certain drugs the way they buy a Salowina for themselves, like painkiller them. They arrest them for that because in that country they don't ban them. So I don't understand how they don't take rush going to a salon. Then they have for control. No. Then they have for control because right now it don't scatter because nothing you know. Whether you go drink them for yourself or a person go put on a water, you go drink them or somebody go to and outside and no people and get access for food, water, they may bother. I don't believe say most of them people are where they think they affect so with their consciousness and they go drink that thing. So now people like you where they don't get beef up or issue. But then that worst side they made a look. But for say them go tackle right now, unless the people the way they sell and they're heartless. But if they're not heartless, my brother, now real problem don't come in that country there. So we just pray to God, no more let God make the one the way they hold on for go seller. Let them stop, let them not sell and give human being. That drug is not for human being. The people the way that drug they don't kill me, brother. They talk about 15 years, not to 5 months or 5 days or 5 years. Where you call that name the rush. Hey, but almost I be in that country there. Whether in Senegal you do, whether in Gambia you do, whether in Guinea-Bissau you do, as you call that name the bra, they know everything I use. The youth man the way that thing they kill, they want high. They want them to go sniff petrol. I mean I don't understand some man you know highway one high bra. You go see drugs, you know say this thing they go kill you. They go think I say use them because one high for go side. You understand? I just feel say the government just go for make let them declare that the country say that thing is a poison. Let them left for sell and give people them. And let people left for drink them. Because at the end of the day they die. When you don't begin take us, so you don't stop. It eats all inside your body. It eats all your liver, you got everything inside. But I know what you know they talk so. Now because also I get lost when they talk about rush, kush. Now after they can explain, give me say, but now rush, then people let they talk so. I say, now rush enter salon. My brother, now very dangerous drug than the when she take out the first one we don't enter inside belly, you don't finish. Because they make sure say they eat all you liver you got you out your kidney. It kill all. My brother, this not to this I know you know me I don't want to talk like say look at the side of politics or not politics. This has nothing to do with politics. This is a salon problem. This is not a politics problem. People are going for all this thing with 2 hands and 2 foot. Abraham, la no can burn time. Lot of people in call, bro.
Thank you very much, Tony.
You're welcome, bro.
Office of National Security. Alright, something on not be know, but I don't know now. Look out to last caller. On not be known, I don't know now. We need for act, not to film. Not to say an act, then they act. Yes, caller, what would you talk to, please?
Yeah, Mark Musat, Maryland.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you, sir. This thing, it's unfortunate that the young one them, the youths them, where that they get the, I think in call and the where, now they would see out so. They still get big people them where they use them, and most times it passed good again. One day I get somebody where I talk to in a salon, a very good friend. A cow they talk to me one day, he say, I want to do this business. Now I say, which business? He say, Kush. First I say I feel disappointed for like how that kind chocolate to me. You know, young person, you don't born picking. Me self where you talk to, so I get picking a salon 15 years. You know, sabi me picking party they all. They want cow that kind chocolate to me. I don't know what kind of money you want. Now I say not to young people that they sell and give. It call people them of high profile. In fact, we introduce the business to them and then tell them say them go help her and then go even get security where they go for go collect na Guinea. I discourage them. I say no ever put on parent kind in there. I say no matter the kind amount of money where you want. I say no ever put on for that kind in there. I say because if you put on for them, that's will go on to you. So even the president know about this. Why I say know about it, I not say in your hand because I remember one time where that flooding be happen somewhere in I don't know if they call the place look in town new site. I don't forget the place. Even when they making statements, where they talk about how they influence young people them for do wrong. It even make them say me I the help for develop. Not to me they give people and kush. So that means he know the effect of kush. And then just the look and then the wait for like hit hard. One day we'll go begin sit down. Let God make it happen. We'll go begin sit down. We'll see people in the parliament begin freeze or ministers. And if they not stop this, it will cause serious problem. I feel very bad for let us see, young people, security sectors, for let them self don't involve by this. Now election they near so. People were all gone. Where every day then gone the way then get live bullets did it. They don't involve into this kind of thing. We're not safe. Because it go get to a point, even the big one, some big one them, I know say some big one them that they encourage the young folks them for take them because them feel say this them way take them, it go there out of in normal senses for fight for me for do anything. I pray reach to that level where some people then go even begin turn for the young big one them for show them the effect of kush. But this is something we're not cheap for. Kush not cheap. So the way it come, in fact, they can as a kush. Then get other things the way they mix them. Me no know what not and they even call one substance that even mortuary. We then talk say all those things are mixture for this thing. It's very dangerous and it's not cheap. So the one them where they bring in cancer and people that we get money. And I don't know how the young one them, then they get access to them. But then say, a small one, the lady they explained to me, small one, then they take so where they damage them in the street so. Let God make we don't call Papa government, ONS go able for watch and see say this not to only jamba business again. It could be a state of emergency. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Murray. Okay, now last caller that one for today. Go watch Ghetto Youth. Ghetto Youth. Go watch him on YouTube. And then I myself do him. If you want to see how Kush stand. He did it. He did it. Jago say na si think marijuana na ina Kush. Then banana the States. Bendo say we dey in deep trouble. Drug rehabilitation. He said that one day expensive today. He said look we on health care. We know to the best na the country. Eh? Okay. Kush. God help us, yeah? We don't do your own part. We don't call the authorities. We don't raise our voice. Now we human capital. The president can talk about human capital development, and this is not development about human capital. We don't see different areas them, different institutions them, the military, the police, electricity. More debako, more video than they. We see the aftermath. We don't want this now country. The one the way concerned, please. Sometimes I be say na film then they act, not to film, na reality. Let we wake up. Let we wake up, una do whatever una get for do. If una raids them, una they raid. Hope say there should be no sacred cow. We dey destroy. We dey destroy the country in future. Yeah. Tramadol. Even boy picking in a salon now, they take tramadol and say because they give manpower for mommy and daddy business. Yes, then they take her. It says they give manpower for do mommy and daddy business. Tramadol. People that they work, they take them. Say they made them get extra strength for work, more like the one that way they inside construction. We need for wake up. Ministry of Health and Sanitation. Una self una get role for play. No ministry, no institution, no fulfill say they na island, then stand alone. No, it doesn't work like that. Do ya? Let we wake up. Tomorrow, the good old days, we on time in here. Go there tomorrow. Till we go meet again. Triple C. Tata.